Hey everyone, Hita here with another episode of HitaTalk. Today we are here for episode 3 at Eclipse Records in downtown St. Paul. We're gonna head on inside in just a quick second and chat with soul and hip hop artist Danami to learn about his musical background and what inspired his concept behind 30 Days Giving. Let's head on in, have some fun, and play some tunes. Hello.
What's up? What's up, babe?
Hi, how are you?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm good. What are you doing?
Looking through soul music collection. What were you looking at?
R&B, soul, and funk. This is like totally your aisle.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. All right. So before we do a whole Q&A, because I could pick your brain apart and I have lots of questions to ask you.
All right.
For the fine friends on HitaTalk. I thought it'd be fun to kind of challenge get into your brain behind with the vinyl world. So here's what I want to do. Pick out 3 records that stand out or speak to you, and then tell me about them. Why?
Gotcha.
Cool.
All right.
Set a way to bring back 4 more bottles of this, 2 more bottles of that. Don't worry about it, it's all good tonight. Put it on my tab. Break out this champagne blizzass. One time.
Okay, so what'd you pick out?
Well, the first record is the Gladys Knight and the Pips. It's called Second Anniversary. I don't know any songs on here.
What made you pick this one out?
Because it's Gladys Knight and the Pips. But they're a super soulful group. Used to be on Motown. Motown didn't really do anything with them, but they sing one of my favorite songs.
What did they sing?
They sing, Midnight Train of Georgia.
Midnight Train of Georgia.
Yeah.
That's probably not how it goes.
Yeah, it's close. They sing that, but then they also sing, the other one I like is Neither One of Us Wants to Say Goodbye.
Aww.
It's one of my favorites.
Cool. Okay, so Gladys Knight and the Pips.
Yep.
And?
One of my favorite groups of all time, Maze, Frankie Beverly and Maze, and this is Golden Time of the Day. And actually, you listen to One of Those Days, my new record Before the Wait, I mentioned them. And it's just one of those days. Reminds me of the song Frankie Beverly was singing, Happy Feelings in the Air Taking Over Me. This is that group.
That's on there? Oh, this is the group.
This is the group.
Okay.
Yeah, and their song called Happy Feelings. So,
aww.
Yeah. Last but not least, Freddie Jackson.
Freddie Jackson.
Is not related to Jackson 5 at all.
He's looking sharp.
Yeah, she's looking in an Aladdin outfit.
Yeah, he is. He needs a magic carpet. What made you pick this out?
Because, man, Freddie just had some dope songs. And, he wasn't as dope as Luther Vandross, but it was Luther Vandross or Freddie Jackson. And Freddie Jackson, just this album particularly. Jam Tonight is really dope. Have You Ever Loved Somebody?
Oh, that's a good song.
Yeah, so these are the 3 I picked up.
Okay, I like it. Psh, I picked up Patti LaBelle. Because she's got a cool hat.
Cool hat. A church hat.
Church hat. Or if you want to think about, Kentucky Derby.
Turkey Derby.
James Brown.
James Brown. Look
at
that suit. Okay.
He's looking sharp, in his many hairstyles. And some funk. Chicken Little.
Chicken licking, funk, talky, tacky.
Wait, what? I actually literally just thought it said Chicken Little. It's Chicken Licking. Okay. Wow.
Dang.
I really just meant to pick out Patti LaBelle. Cool. Well, that's fun.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get a Danami on vinyl sometime soon and get it at Eclipse Records.
Yeah, someday.
Woo-woo. Awesome. Cool. Well, thanks for playing.
No doubt.
So you are originally from Detroit, and you moved here what year?
in 2007 and went to McNally Smith College of Music and graduated in 2011. Decided to stay in the Twin Cities because I was already building up my fan base here. So it just made sense to continue to stay here and work on my craft.
How'd you even get involved into the whole music scene? I mean, were you born singing when you came out of the womb, or what inspired you to even go that route?
Well, my homeboy cousin was rapping at the time. This is back in 1997, and he set us down to write our first rap, and I've really been writing music ever since.
Dang, you were a young boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're talking about more than half of my life right now.
Wow. So you've been doing it for a really, really long time. Talk about how you went from hip-hop to soul, because you're a soul artist, but a lot of it was transpired from the hip-hop background, right?
Right. Well, soul music has always been something that I've always listened to and always been inspired by. Hip-hop was the lane that got me into music, and when I was writing music, I always knew that there was something more, there was a sound that I was trying to go for, but couldn't really articulate it until years later. And, I just decided, like, yo, I'm just gonna do soul music in a way that hip-hop has never seen it. I'm not gonna take samples, but I'm really gonna try to create, these soul-filling music and create those soul-filling lyrics just with me rapping instead of singing. And sometimes I do sing, but it's really applying the hip-hop to the soul and just making one thing.
That's good. It's a fun sound. Your EP, which we'll talk about in a quick second, it really brings out the hip-hop and the fusion with soul. And obviously Motown, Detroit is the home of Motown, so you got a lot of that in your soul. Pun intended. Hang out with me, you're going to get more of these jokes. Well, let's talk about...
I do hang out with you.
I know.
Every day.
Oh, man, look at you. What about, you've told me a little bit about the Blue, but it sounded like you worked with a couple of guys, and now it's transpired into this whole awesome 8-piece group you guys have, family, I should say, have really become. So talk about the Blue and the integration of that.
Well, the Blue is my band that I perform with live. There's also these cats and my brothers that I work with and have worked with on music. All of them is featured on my new record, Before the Wait. You can hear, all of us, in our natural element, just creating the music. And my music collaborator, Gmo, plays keys. So him and I come up with the songs, then bring it to the rest of the guys. And, new pieces will be added, horns will be added, guitars will be added to tracks that didn't have those live instrumentation pieces. But the Blue started as a jazz trio by Adrian, Tyler, and Eric. And Tyler plays drums, Eric plays bass, and Adrian is on saxophone. And they was in a jazz trio. They wanted to play with me. I wasn't really interested in being in a band, but it all worked out, and where we invited more people, and now it's this, like you said, it's a family and a big collaborative effort.
So you guys are definitely a huge act that people for sure got to see on stage. Totally different sound than what they hear on the EP. But what would you say are some of your biggest successes with your music career?
I think my biggest success is just pursuing music in general, as cliche as that may be. But I remember when I was writing music in the 90s, to release a CD was so far. I would think that I needed a record label to press up a CD, and that wasn't the case due to technology and just getting older and having a job and being able to press up your own CDs and do it DIY style. So that's the huge success of being able to carry out my dream now. The next level is just carrying out my dream on a larger scale.
Yeah, and I know that working with different musicians and kind of seeing what you've done in the last year and a half or so, at least that I've been exposed to, long nights in the studio, rewriting things and getting your band to record their separate pieces. So a lot goes into it. I think people need to truly appreciate the music that they hear on a CD.
Right.
So where can people get your EP from?
You can always just go to my website at Danami, danamionline.com. I was getting ready to say my email address, but it's just danamionline.com, D-A-N-A. I'm sure y'all gonna link it up there. So.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And then where can people follow you if they want to hear a little bit more, keep up with what you're doing?
Facebook, Twitter, just search in Danami, D-A-N-A-M-I. You can find me.
Cool. Yeah. All right, so you're all over the place. I know nothing comes easy, and obviously you have quite the story to share about what inspired the concept behind 30 Days Giving. So tell us quick what 30 Days Giving is and how that concept came about.
Yeah, so 30 Days Giving is a 30-day giving challenge, as well as a concert and food drive to feed those who are struggling to make ends meet. And I was inspired to do this based upon my battle with starvation in November of 2013, and relying on food shelves, relying on friends, my church, who all collectively came together, helped pull me out of that situation. So when it came down to this year, I was like, one guy told me to feed people. So he didn't say how, but he just told me to feed people. So I'm using my talents, which is music, to do that. And we did a 30-day challenge, which is still happening, and it's going to end on November 20th, which is the day of the concert/food drive, to raise 250 pounds of food. And we're going to donate all those food to the food group, which is our beneficiary.
Wow, there's a lot involved in that.
It's a mouthful. It's so many different pieces with the performers, with the theme of the night. There's a lot of things going on.
And people can learn more about the challenge and the concert and food drive. How?
Just visiting 30daysgiving.com.
Okay. Not
30 Days of Giving, it's just 30daysgiving.com.
Cool, and we'll post that link below too.
Sweet.
So I know that this is like the end of our Q&A, and I could sit and chat with you more, and people could really dive in and kind of pick your brain apart, but I'll let them hit you up on Twitter because you're big about that. But let's do a little HitaTalk trivia. I know you're big into music, and I think sometimes I want to test the pro here. So I am going to list a fact or info, and you tell me who that artist is.
Sweet, let's do it.
Cool. So this artist or artists was an American female singing group, the premier act of Motown Records during the 60s.
Diana Ross.
Female singing group.
The Supremes.
The Supremes, yeah.
Diana Ross and the Supremes.
You threw me for a loop on the answer, because that was the hint, was Diana Ross. Ding, ding, ding. Even though I almost got stumped. Okay, cool. That happens, man. Question 2. Who sang The Way You Do the Things You Do?
The Temptations.
That is so not the right tune, by the way, but it is. The Temptations, who also sang My Girl, My Girl. And feel free to join me, man.
This is the HitaTalk show.
Oh, man, okay. Okay, this soul singer, songwriter, and musician.
Is this a hard question? Make it hard.
Helped shape the sound of Motown, and he later earned the title Prince of Motown or Prince of Soul.
Say the question again.
This soul singer, songwriter, and musician helped shape the sound of Motown, who later earned the title Prince of Motown or Prince of Soul. Male, singer, songwriter, musician.
I have 2 that comes to mind.
Okay, go with your gut.
Smokey Robinson.
Okay.
Marvin Gaye.
Marvin Gaye. Because he's saying how sweet it is to be loved by you. I gave you the answer before I gave you the hint. So this isn't much about like a trivia thing, but when you're not writing music and performing, what other things do you do? What are some Danami hobbies?
Danami hobbies is shooting videos, creating films. I love telling stories, and that's just a thread throughout my whole art form, from music, even to the graphic design work that I do at my job. It's all about, telling stories, so that when someone picks up this piece of content, this piece of medium, what you're trying to say gets across, whether that's music, graphics, or video. So video is big. It's one of the things that I love to do. Yeah.
Well, we're kind of leaving out a huge detail. What about that video, YouTube, docu-series you got?
Oh. I thought you were about to say baby.
Nah. What is the, how can people watch what you do?
DanamiOnline.com, or just go to YouTube and subscribe to my YouTube channel where you get, you know, alerts for all the videos that are releasing. So, and like you said, the docu-series is about Danami and the Blue, and it's the adventures of a man and his band through life and music. So it's really that broad because it covers us doing music, you know, to me going to visit my family back home, or, you know, chilling with my nephew. You get to see all this personal stuff behind the scenes. Really high class vlogging. Yeah.
Cool. Wow, you have your hands full and all sorts of stuff. Very
For sure.
talented. Well, thank you for being a guest on HitaTalk, episode 3. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Danami hip hop and soul artist here in the Twin Cities. You can see him and other great acts on November 20th at 30 Days Giving, right just down the street from Eclipse Records at Amsterdam Barn Hall. But you guys have a job. You have an assignment. You have to subscribe to the link below to HitaTalk. Follow us on HitaTalk, yeah, on Twitter and Instagram. Until next time, see ya.